Where are the aliens? The biggest mystery of the universe. Somewhere out there in that vast universe, there must be countless other planets teeming with life. Think about it. The universe is not small, it's mind-bendingly huge. And yet, when we look around, when we tune our telescopes and listen with our antennas, the silence is deafening. No messages, no visitors, no flashing signs saying, "Hey humans, you're not alone." This puzzle was first put into words by physicist Enrico Fermi in 1950. He simply asked, "Where is everybody?" And ever since, the question has haunted scientists, astronomers, and dreamers alike. It's called the Fermi Paradox, and it just might be the greatest unsolved mystery in science. A universe full of worlds. In just the past few years, the Kepler Space Telescope has discovered thousands of exoplanets orbiting other stars. If we do the math, it looks like our Milky Way galaxy alone might hold 500 billion planets. Now, let's be conservative. Let's say only 1 in 10,000 of those worlds has the right conditions for life. Even then, that leaves 50 million planets in our galaxy alone that could harbor living creatures. With numbers like that, life should be everywhere. Civilizations should have risen, fallen, and maybe even expanded across the stars. And yet, nothing. The timing problem. Here's where things get really strange. Our Earth formed about 9 billion years after the Big Bang. That means countless other planets had a head start. Life could have begun on those worlds millions, even billions of years before Earth ever existed. Now think about technology. Look at what humanity has done in just the last 100 years. From the Wright brothers to space stations. From telegraphs to smartphones. If a civilization had even a million years of technological head start, imagine what they could achieve. They could colonize star systems, build giant energy-collecting machines called Dyson spheres, create art so large and brilliant it lights up the night sky, and yet, the skies remain empty. The dark possibilities. So why don't we see them? There are several possible answers and some are pretty chilling. The silent galaxy theory. Maybe there is a superintelligent civilization out there, but it has enforced a strict rule of silence. They're paranoid. They don't want competition. They're watching, waiting, and ready to destroy anyone who makes too much noise. Creepy, right? We're rare. Maybe life itself is common, but the leap to intelligence, the kind that builds telescopes and rockets, is incredibly rare. After all, on Earth, it happened only once in 4 billion years. Maybe we are the freak accident. Self-destruction. This one hurts. Maybe advanced civilizations always invent technologies they can't control, like nuclear weapons. Or something even deadlier. Maybe every time intelligence rises, it eventually wipes itself out. A tragic pattern repeating across the stars. The hopeful answers, but hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There are brighter possibilities too. We're not looking hard enough. Right now, we've only scanned a tiny fraction of the stars in our galaxy for signals. It's like dipping a glass into the ocean and then claiming there are no fish because the glass came up empty. Wrong technology. Maybe aliens don't use radio waves at all. Maybe they've moved on to far more advanced forms of communication, quantum entanglement, or even signals embedded in dark matter or dark energy. If that's the case, we wouldn't even know what to look for. Tiny aliens. Here's a wild thought. Maybe civilizations evolved towards smaller and smaller forms. Just like our clunky stereo systems shrank into tiny earbuds. Maybe intelligent life shrinks down to the microscopic level to be more efficient. The solar system could be swarming with aliens right now, and we wouldn't even notice. The search continues. The good news is, we're still searching. The SETI project, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, has started releasing its data to the public. That means you could actually help scan the stars for alien signals. Millions of citizen scientists are joining the hunt. And soon, new telescopes will be powerful enough to scan the atmospheres of nearby exoplanets. Within the next decade or two, we may be able to tell if those planets have oxygen, water vapor, or other signatures of life. Imagine pointing a telescope at a distant star and really knowing that someone else lives there. Meanwhile, here on Earth, scientists are trying to create new forms of life from scratch in labs. Not just DNA-based life, but entirely new biologies. That could help us understand how likely or unlikely life might be across the cosmos. What if we're alone? And here's the thing, either answer is awe-inspiring. If we do find aliens, it will change everything we know about our place in the universe. But if we don't, if we truly are alone, then think about what that means. It means every thought, every dream, every song, every idea that exists, it all exists only here, on this one fragile world, and that makes us unbelievably precious. The real treasure, the truth is, the search itself is the treasure. The quest for knowledge never gets old. In fact, it's the opposite. The more we learn, the more mysterious and beautiful the universe becomes. The unanswered questions are what pull us forward. So maybe the aliens are out there, maybe they're not. Either way, one fact is undeniable. We are the universe becoming conscious of itself. That's a miracle in its own right. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, the silence is not empty, it's full of questions. And those questions are waiting for us. Stay curious,